video I will talk to you about the friendship case, which was an extraordinary mass alien contact happened in Pescara in Italy in 1956. And also I would like to give you some of the W56 revelations for these times. The friendship case began near Ascoli Piceno in the Marche region in Italy in 1956. Three boys from Pescara who were trekking met two men. One was 3 meters tall and the other was much shorter than average. These men revealed that they were aliens coming from different planets that have been inhabiting the Earth for many centuries. The humans nicknamed the alien community W56, an acronym for Long Life 56. It looked like their actions were motivated by their love for humanity and the Earth, which they called the Mother Planet. They lived hidden under the terrestrial and marine surface, and one of their bases was under the city of Pescara. The bases were vast places but could disappear from view thanks to techniques of matter compression. Over time, an unusual exchange of gifts began. The Earthlings had to provide for large quantities of vegetables and water that disappeared with teleportation, and the friends exchanged it for gold and other precious objects that appeared out of nowhere. This affectionate collaboration between humans and aliens should have instilled in humans the ureda, or love, on which these alien technologies relies. But unfortunately, humans do not know what love is. Some dispute started between them, which caused the aliens to miss the ureda, the positive energies they feed on. So an alien faction devoted to evil and materialism, the so-called Vuiros or CTR, the contraries, attacked the W56s that had to leave the bases. This story remained unknown to the masses until 2007, when the book Mass Contacts by Stefano Breccia was published. And today it came out because probably the time is ripe for disclosure. On February 28, 2009, Damiano D'Alessandro, one of the contactees of the friendship case, met an average woman of around 1 meter 67 centimeters tall, dressed in black on the seashore. During that meeting, Liam, the alien woman, gives him some significant knowledge. For what concerned the passage of the year 2012, she said it would have been a roto-translation of our entire solar system, a change in terrestrial magnetism and consequently human consciousness, as the physical plane would adapt to this new vibration. Some people actually see mainly hatred and suffering in this world, but this is only because they focus their attention there. They do not notice the progress that humanity made, but if we do the required work to get rid of negativity, then we will see. However, it is true that the increase in the vibration of the planet will affect only a tiny percentage of people. I wish we were more to try to get out of darkness, said Liam, but everyone chooses where to focus his vision. I know what it feels like to be in the stage where you see nothing but evil, but you do not have to identify with evil. Fear generates tragedy, injustice, and pain, but those feelings exist only in a state of ignorance, because we do not see the bigger picture in which life manifests itself. But if we start seeing through the eyes of faith, then we will see. It looks like evil grows every day, but in reality it is not the evil that is increasing, but the light. Lies and deception nowadays come to the surface much quicker than in the past. The new planetary vibration creates more nervousness, depression, and sickness. And to align ourselves with the new vibratory level, we must change our way of thinking and feeling, and eradicate from our lives those beliefs and memories that lead us towards the negative pole. Enlightenment, consciousness, and awareness are hampered by the dark forces that instead wants to keep humanity in fear and submission with the promise of a false security. These energy changes cause physical pain in the body and bones that doctors attribute to stress. Instead, these discomforts are caused by negative emotions, fears, and anxieties that you have to transcend and transmute. There will be nights when you wake up without being able to sleep again. We should not struggle against this process, thinking that something is wrong with us. If you do not flow with these energies, fears and anxieties will multiply. You will be given antidepressants as an escape route, but they will take away your ability to change your life. Even this time, you will have chosen which reality to live. But this time, the tragedy will be more intense because if the light increases, the lack of light also increases. We are experiencing the best moment for humanity. Something is about to happen and the transformation will take place on many levels. So we should be conscious actors of these changes. The W56 says that if it's true that we are God, this divine elementality is thrown at the end of the universe. And as it goes to the extreme limits of the universe, it loses a lot of energy, which is then recovered by going to the center. After being thrown to the margins at the extremes of the universe, we return to the center, and this evolution is made step by step as at school. There are different levels of evolution. If you are in middle school and you go to an elementary student trying to explain him the square root, he will not understand it because it is an education given at a higher level. There are concepts that less evolved people don't understand. As we move into the first level of the fourth dimension, our energy is changing and the intercellular spaces are increasing. And in the fourth dimension, we will find a world that you cannot even imagine. For what concerns pain, the W56 said that pain is the last tool that evolution uses when we refuse to understand and come out of our narcissism and selfishness. It would be possible to evolve without pain, but there is a tendency in man to remain crystallized in his habits. So karma uses a first level involute being that can be anyone, your father, your mother, to bring us the causes we have moved in these or previous lives. 65% of all humanity, accordingly to the W56, descend from the CTR, the contraries, and you can see it by their behavior. The W56 do not talk about the soul, but about vital energy. The CTR do not have it, so they cannot reincarnate, and they are in contact with corrupt American deviant services to acquire mother energy. In return, they give them incomplete technologies that never work. Planet Earth is defined by them as the universal center for redemption, because it is the planet where there is more suffering but even more evolution. Many people talk about reptilians, but the W56 confirm that reptilians do not exist. The form of life is anthropomorphic, that is human. There are no animals or reptiles that have evolved. Animals are part of the second dimension and cannot evolve to the third unless they do the passage. But when they make the passage, they become man. The reptilians are an invention of the earthlings, but it is true that some beings can be mistaken for reptilians. For example, the Sumerians told their masters came out of water. From there, the myth of Dioannes, the fishman. In the movie The Shape of Water, the lead actor was very similar to a real fishman. So how did the makeup artist return such a precise image? Probably when they shoot the movie, one or two representatives of the US Secret Services were there, as often happens when they want to give encrypted information. But those information are actually very evident to those who study this topic. And if the CTR do not have a soul or an energetic part, how do they evolve? The corrupt American military units and all the American movie directors are all Zionists, and they know the truth. And movies reveal some of them. In the saga of the movie Galactic Battlestar, the Cylons are the exact description of a CTR. They were indeed created on the planet of the Alcyon star, that is the planet of Dimpietro, which is another alien W56. In those evolved worlds, scientists have created robots to do the work for man. They have a biological brain like ours, but their energy is an artificial energy, so they are not humans. They are against the good and morality, and the W56 call them virus, which means unnatural. The W56 confirmed that there will be 3 days of darkness, but they say they won't be blackouts prepared by Earthlings. NICI said it spotted an asteroid called Nemesis, but it is not an asteroid, it is a ship that is the size of a planet that could cause the destabilization and the cancellation of all that is the electronic part. It will release a huge amount of electronic and electromagnetic energy that will block the entire world system. The W56 say that it is the wicked that will do this. They say that we shouldn't go out of the houses as there will be thin radioactive dust that with this low temperature would fall to the ground with ultraviolet radioactivity. We would notice because the sun will darken during the day and there will be only 2-3 hours to get home. And it could be this immense ship intruding between the earth and the sun, creating the 3 days of darkness. The mystics have been saying this for millennia, but they didn't have the terms to describe the phenomenon. So thanks for watching, please subscribe and see you in the next videos.